This is Make-up-Love13 channel. Welcome. My name is Vanessa, but you can call me Nessa. And today we are gonna be playing, of course, with makeup, because that's my passion. But my channel is not just makeup. It has some Shein hauls and clothing hauls. Not as many and other type of related, beauty things, but mostly makeup. So if you're interested, you're in the right place. Today we're gonna be just doing a makeup look for people like me, or even other people, and I'm talking about partially hooded eyes or hooded eyes. I'm partially hooded eyes. And why? I'm 47. Your skin gets saggy. So if you see right here, it's not completely covered, but I have some excess skin covering half of my eyelid. It used to be different, but hey, what we're gonna do? It's what it is. So we had to go around those things and learn again how to do your makeup, how to apply your makeup to make it look like you got more space, you have a bigger eyelid. So that's what we're gonna do. As you see right here, let me show you this side right here. It's very low, not as this one. And I see that over time. It didn't happen overnight, but it did happen little by little. And maybe since maybe a year or so, I've been having difficulties with doing my wing liner. That's been always staple in my makeup routine. I always do a black wing liner on mostly 99% of my eye looks, or choose a wing liner out the door, mascara, and that's it. But now I struggle, especially with this side. I struggle so much because the skin fall down and it's so difficult. So I understand when people with hooded eyes are more, it's more difficult to do their makeup. So I want to teach you how I do my makeup. I list this kind of look that I'm gonna do, that it's gonna make you look a little more it's gonna look like you have more space or eyelid actually. So if you're interested to see, if you're partially hooded eye or hooded eyes and you're interested to see the look, just please just stay. It's gonna be probably a long video. I'm gonna try to do my best not to be too long, because I know people get bored. Even I get bored, and my videos usually they're longer than 20 minutes most of the time. So yeah, please subscribe, like, comment. If you have any question, let me know down below. But yes, we're gonna play a little bit with makeup and you're gonna love it. All right, guys, so we're gonna get closer. I'm using Morphe M506 brush, and this is the way it looks. The smaller the better, especially if you have more hooded eye. Got partially hooded eye, as you see right here. And we're gonna just go with a deep shade. So I'm using a brown shade. Sorry about the wobbling of the camera. And this is from a palette from P. Louise, the Queen Conqueror. And this is how it looks. It's super huge and cute. It's very bulky, guys. But we're gonna use this side. It has two sides, so we're gonna use this brown. I'm not gonna say names. If you can read it good, because this is just not a tutorial for or review for this palette. It's just a tutorial using this kind of shade. So we're gonna go with that very dark brown, and I'm gonna tap because the pigmentation is nice, but it's very powdery. So I usually gonna be, okay, let me not cover the camera. I just gonna go over that fold right there. That's what you can go that to the look, look like that. Put your head like tilted to the back. So it's easy to see that part right there. Of course, you see? You see it? You don't see it. You see it? You don't see it. It's funny. So, yes, I'm gonna go right there. And we're gonna just apply this not very nicely because we're just going to clean that after. We're gonna clean the middle. So I like to go and extend that brown all the way like in a circle. Like that. Because we're gonna apply other colors. All right? You have the idea, right? You still cannot see very well, but we're gonna fix that. But we're just gonna keep applying. The smaller the brush, the better, okay? Because you don't want anything too big. And you lightly gonna start blending, like wiping motions, but very lightly. Don't go crazy, don't go all over the place, don't hurry. You always have to be patient with makeup. So we're gonna go very lightly, like that. Now, you see? You can see some of that shade, right? It's not covering anymore. And of course, depends how much space you had. You know, it's gonna go very high by your close into your brows. My brows are very thin, so it used to be very thick, but now they're very thin. I mess it up, so I just draw my as high as I can. I make it thicker going up in here, so I can have some space too. So you know, you can shape your eyebrows if you want. I would love to do that, but I'm not brave enough to do that. And then create new brows, so you can have as much space you want. But if you have nice brows or brows at all, you know, yeah. For me, I try to apply the product of for the brow product not too long, so low down the lid, the crease. So this part right here, you know, like if I'm gonna make my eyebrows, let me explain better because I'm bad explaining things, I guess. I listen English. My brows, they actually finish right here, and I can make it thicker, of course, but I rather add product on top to make it thicker, so I had a lot of space here. I got more space on the bottom. I'm not saying go ahead and shape your brows or plug your eyebrows so you can have space. You can do whatever you want. Makeup is makeup. You can apply makeup and then remove it if you don't like the way you do. But anyway, anyhow, that's the way I do. I make sure that I have as much space, like, you know, right there. Okay, so we got that color done. We're gonna do the other side, so we go and sync. So let me show you, that's how it's looking so far. Not super even out, but I apply a little bit of this color right here. It's more like a burgundy reddish color, because that brown doesn't look like a brown. So yes, so we're gonna do that with a pencil brush, any small pencil brush. We're gonna go on top, all exactly around that brown color, and you can see a little bit of a transition right there. And yes, it's not gonna look perfectly symmetrical. Listen, I'm not makeup artist, okay? And like I said, it's been a little difficult for me to do my eyes like I used to. So at least now you can see the color, you see? Some of the color, because you have to stand it over your eyelid. And actually, when I had the eyeshadow right there, I feel like my eyelids doesn't get so close to the eyelid. I mean, the skin right here doesn't fall that much further down on my eyelid. I guess because there's some product there. I don't know. I'm just discovering a lot of things lately. So I feel like I would like to add another color right there. I feel we should go with a little bit of the pink eyeshadow right below, over these other two colors. And that was not what I had planned, but we're gonna go with the same palette, and we're gonna go with this kind of Barbie pink, I think, or this one. I'm not sure. I got two that I probably gonna use. Let's go with this one, Positions, right here. It's kind of like a Barbie pink. And I'm using a brush that I normally never use for this type of looks, but we want to be a little more precise. This brush is kind of like a flat brush, but very flexible. They had no name. I don't know where this comes from. So we're gonna use this color, and we're gonna try to nicely apply it like on top of that other color, so you keep seeing a transition. And we just tap the product, right? And we're gonna go, you see, you already see the difference on camera, right? It's like it's gonna help blending all those colors, and it's doing very nice. So I'm gonna go a little closer here, like not further out, more further in. And it doesn't do like a huge difference, but it's gonna help the blending, so it's gonna look a little more, the transition is gonna look nicer. So very lightly, like very, very lightly. Kind of like tapping motions. You see the difference now? So now we're gonna do the same thing on the other eye. And I like to use those sponges, switch colors, so I can use the same brush and, you know, clean it and use it again with another color, lighter version. So now we're gonna go with this other pinky color right here, a little brighter, lighter, and see how that works. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna go over that one. So making that transition of those colors a little better. And it has kind of like a pinky, nice pinky. And it's very tempting to go and rush. Don't rush. Don't rush. So we're doing this video kind of long, so you have an idea of, you know, a better idea. So now I think we're looking better. We're gonna go back with the same colors, because you wanted to blend this part right here a little better. But now we're gonna go with the last color. It's a very light baby pink, this one right here, and that's gonna be the last color right there. You can barely see it, but it's doing their thing. And don't worry if you go too close to the other colors. We're gonna add the same colors again and blend it. What I wanted to do, it's just kind of like a nice faded transition, like, I don't even know how you call it. Yeah, like a transition. And definitely that light pink in the inner part, it's nice. So it highlights that part right there. It doesn't make it look so probably dark and deep. So I clean the brush. I'm gonna blend a little bit this right here. And you see how that comes off. And I'm doing that in inner, in, you know, like going this way, swiping, that kind of like that. Not up, it's just down. Okay. So now we have this very small pencil brush from Refer number 03. You're gonna use the same colors that we used before. I'm using the burgundy, the second color I use. And we're gonna go and try to blend this right here because it looks a little harsh probably. So kind of like little circles. Like that. I think it looks better. And remember, blending, it's very, 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 very important. We always want to blend, 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 blend. So I applied that color and then I just blend in this right here because I want it to look nice and blended. But not going too high, you know, just keeping it right there. Where you see kind of like the division, if there's any hash line or anything. In camera, everything looks sometimes very different. Most of the time looks very different than in person, and probably in person can look better or worse. So we want to do our best to blend and have that nice transition with all those colors. So now it's the fun part. We're gonna go and we're gonna clean that center part right there. So now we're gonna get in the probably the hardest part for me sometimes, because you have to be very precise most of the time. I'm gonna use a cotton swab, and there's some cotton swab that are especially with a pointy tip, but this one is just the round one. And we're gonna just clean up that center, cut that crease, and I'm looking straight, and I'm gonna go and tilt my head and probably lift my eye, my skin. If you want, you can pull your skin a little bit, whatever is easy for you. So we're gonna go right there, you see? So you're gonna have that part right there. Clean up, and probably it's easier if you want to apply a, I would say use a thick primer or concealer. You can use either one. So if it's easy with a flat brush, very thin flat brush. But I wanted to do it like that, clean it, and then I add the so you see, now you're looking right, that part right there. If it gets a little funky like that, I just take the part that it's kind of dirty and kind of make a little one again. I just gonna keep cleaning. Take your time, look straight. And you can go as big as you want. I just gonna go probably right there. And of course you have to tilt your head and try with kind of precision strokes here, there, and just clean up. Take your time. and that's what you wanted to do. I'm gonna clean this very well. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and I'll be back. All right, guys, so that's what we wanted to look right now. It looks weird, but just wait for the finished look. And already you can see that it kind of looks a bigger eyelid, like it's not so, you know, your skin is not so close on top of your eyelid. So we're gonna use a Jason Wood eye primer. This one has a very nice white, almost white color in it, and I'm using just a flat brush, and it's quite big. It just depends how that works for you, bigger or smaller. Tilt your head, and if you had to, you know, close your eyes and do just tap, 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 tap down. If you had to pull your eyelid, you can do it. I can't because I'm holding the mirror. And this is not something you're gonna do probably if you've never done an eye look like this. I mean, you need to practice, okay? Don't expect to have this done just the first time. Even for me, it's very hard right now too, because like I said, my eyelid, you see, whoops, you see how it closes, and people is like, oh my god, you don't have hooded eyes. I never said I have hooded eyes. I have partially hooded eyes. So anything I can learn from hooded eyes makeup, people that do makeup, it would be awesome, because you know, your eyelids change over time. If you messed up, just use the same color with a smaller brush like happened right here. We're gonna fix that. And on top of this, we're gonna put, of course, we're gonna put a shimmer shadow, so I stand up. All right, so that's quite still not perfect, but it's just to, you can see, okay, how it's done, how I do this type of looks. So we're gonna use that brown that we used in the beginning with a pencil brush, and just to fix whatever boo-boo we make, like this white right here. And because of course, when you have a nice, even, you know, surface, flat, no wrinkles, no folding, no saggy skin, it's way easier to do these looks. But when you don't have that and your skin, it's a little saggy, hooded eyes, it's gonna be more difficult, of course. Something like that, guys. It's just not gonna be perfection, but we wanted to perfect it as much as we can. But it's, in the end, it's just makeup, guys. It's just makeup. It's just makeup. Okay, so now we're gonna go with the shimmer eyeshadow. All right, for the fun part now, we're gonna add a shimmer shadow right there, and probably, let's see, I have no idea. I just got this Gourmet Girls palette, and we're gonna use this kind of very reflective purpley chromey shadow with a stiff brush, very kind of stiff flat brush, so it will pick up much better, in my opinion. So we're gonna go in the center, down, because I feel like I wanted to apply another color on the sides. No, I'm not sure. This is very reflective, almost look like I had nothing, but it's very nice and shimmery. And I didn't want to put anything too crumbly there, like too thick of a formula. This one is pretty nice and soft, very metallic-y. So I'm thinking to use probably this color on the sides. Let's go try and use the same brush we use, and use that purple from the same palette and use it right there. So this would give it a little more dimension probably, or something, I don't know. I just and then we're going to do this other shimmery, little darker than this one that I applied now. So we're gonna do that one there. So it's not just one color on that space, it's just 3 different ones. Alright, so this is how it's looking so far. I apply a little bit of black liner, not all the way in, because I don't want my eyes to look too small. I'm gonna apply this liquid liner from NYX, and this is very nice liquid liner, one of my favorite ones actually. So I applied the liquid liner pretty close to the lash line, but you still can see it. It's just kind of to camouflage the lashes that we're gonna wear, and I always like to get right here in the corner. You don't have to. You can do a wing liner. I'm not gonna do a wing liner now. So on the bottom lash, we're gonna use the same colors and blend that kind of like black right there that I applied on the inner, on the waterline. And we're gonna go right there like that with the brown, and on the other side as well. And we're gonna try to use the same colors. Right there. So we go now with the, after the brown we do the burgundy. It's just depend on if you like smoke out this area right here. I do like that. Okay. Alright guys, so the eye look is done, and as you see, blushes are very natural looking, I would say. I think these ones are Ardell, and they kind of like wing out like that. So it's nothing very heavy or big, so you'll be able to see the eye look. If I look straight, probably doesn't look very symmetrical because my eyes are not. But of course you can see the design if you tilt your head a little bit, and if you look straight, I look straight, you can see, you know, a little bit still, but it's never gonna be, I didn't want to go too high or too close to my eyebrows. You can go as high as you want, and depends of course of your fold of your eyelids, the way your eyes are. But mine are like kind of like right there in the middle hooded eyes. Not completely hooded, but yeah. And I applied the black liner all over my waterline. I applied some mascara, and that's it, guys. I hope this tutorial was kind of helpful. Also, if you're posing for pictures, don't do like this. Like I see, no, don't do it. You go tilt your head to the side and look down so you can show your makeup better. That's what I do. I don't like to look straight for my pictures, because I don't definitely it looks better if you take your pictures like that, and that's gonna show you your overall look better. So yeah, thank you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for watching. Please follow, subscribe, check my media right down below. I had 2 TikToks and 1 Instagram. And yeah, I will be doing more videos like this if you want me to. And I see you soon in another video. Bye bye.